We have the replays in place. We are ready to start casting.
Oh yes.
21 Duels, Season 1, Episode 1, which was already cast by Gabany, but unfortunately he has lost the video, and this means we are going to do a rebroadcast of this episode tonight.
Indeed, featuring me, Jet Erickson here, and
featuring the one and only Jet Erickson.
Yes, I am prepared to do the countdowns as per usual, and with the player introductions on top of that. Are you prepared, Pro6?
I am very prepared. I have my cursor on Duel 1 Mischi versus Pingu match 1.
Alright, let's move in then in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I think I just nailed the timing so well.
Nice, let's see here. So, in the right side here and a little bit down, we have Mischi playing as Hopper. And in the top left here, we have Pingu playing as Quartermaster.
Whoop, whoop. It's Pingu. Pingu is a killer in this tournament.
Yes, indeed.
Maybe.
Very, very dangerous.
We'll have to see.
But, I forgot who he actually killed.
I'm not sure if I'm able to do this rebroadcasting very well, Jet. I have to...
Look, you just have to be as dumb as I am, so you forget all the results.
Right.
And then you're fine.
I'm gonna do my best.
Alright, good then. Let's see. Let's have a little look at the map here. So, it's kind of interesting. I mean, it's gonna be very hard for Pingu because he doesn't have Lizard or Mole or anything to contest any bases taken in the bottom of the map by Mischi. So, even though that mill in the bottom is kind of far away from Mischi, it's just too far away for Pingu to really do much unless he gets a fox out.
I mean, a mill being far away, but the attack path being in your defense position, or your defense position rather being in the attack path towards a faraway mill, doesn't mean that you can't take the mill. Does that make sense? I think it's very possible for Mischi to take this mill, right?
Indeed, that, and he also has the campfire, which he has in fact already grabbed, and it's already up here. Very early campfire here, and even though Pingu is going for Mass T1 here, I don't think... Mischi's going for snakes. And an early mill. This is very, very dangerous here, and Pingu might just find a room for an attack here, if this is the case.
Yeah, he scouted exactly what Mischi has. His commander died for a bit, perhaps slowing him down, but he was waiting for his units to build anyway, and now he is moving out.
This might be problematic, though, because Pingu might be a tiny little bit late. That snake is coming up in 10 seconds, so Pingu has to take down the enemy's close before this all ends. Let's see how the micro comes out from Pingu here. He hits the Warren so many times, but not any of the squalls that he wants to hit. He gets a squall down. Toad explosion, that's good. Snake's out now. He does get the T1 Warrens down. And here comes the commander death, I think.
Woo! No, he just barely survives that.
The 1 HP. Alright, moving in here. Let's see if he can take down some of the eco from Mischi here. He gets a farm, but he's forced to retreat, and the snake poison is going to kill off some of those squalls.
Yeah. At what cost, though? I mean, Pingu does not have a lot of options at this point, other than trying to force into Mischi and try and deal some more damage. At least that's what I feel like, because if he tries to take that mill on the low ground, Mischi can just start and harass him with those snakes.
Indeed, just right outside that mill is just a high ground, and there's a water in the way, so it's really hard to engage on any snakes that decide to go trying to poke that mill. Pingu realizes this, and he is going for the attack now. There's 2 MGs, and it's going to be so hard to push into.
And the scroll count is already equal, and this is just looking like a total massacre. Mischi taking out the entire army from Pingu with an economy lead. Small economy lead, and the tech lead as well.
Indeed, with both tech and eco lead, this is looking pretty bad for Pingu, and I even say Mischi has the map lead here, because it's so hard for Pingu to expand to pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
Because the forward mill he does have is just in range of being poked by snakes all day long. It's such a difficult position for him to hold. And you see here, Mischi's just going for a very defensive play. Skunk Snake, well-known defensive play. Along with MGs, it's just going to be so hard to push into Mischi here. And even if Pingu gets the scout on the other mill here, he just can't do anything against it.
No, it's going to be very tough indeed. He's going to try and take this mill though. We're going to see Mischi scout that pretty soon, I feel like. And there's the commander. Not quite checking it. Oh, he does catch a glimpse of that mill, unfortunately for Pingu, and is posting his army in that direction. Want to make sure Pingu's not going for the attack right now. He's gonna pull those snakes. No, not quite.
That mill is just so close.
Yeah.
To having the range of that mill from the high ground. Even then, it's still gonna be really difficult for Pingu to build just because of that high ground right outside. But it doesn't matter. Mischi's gonna go in with 2 snakes, and snakes take down mills really
But
quick.
Pingu is using this moment to push forward with his army, hoping that Mischi is out of position. But Mischi just used the snakes to do it, and is already on his way back to defend the main entrance to all of his warrens. Some ferret harass coming out here. This is good for Pingu. He has to make sure he doesn't get tagged by those snakes, because he doesn't even have pigeons. He did take the mill to get some more territory, so that's good. But 4 tags, already taking down one of the ferrets. The ferret's not getting too much work done. And now there's pigeons for Mischi as well. Most of the damage is going to be negated. Snakes get another turret for free.
Another ferret, you mean? But yes.
Ferret, yeah.
Pingu's now finally going to set up some MGs here. Classic defensive
look at this.
play with the offensive ferret poke. But I don't think this is going to be very efficient just because Mischi has both snakes and pigeons, which can poke down those MGs pretty easily. You're already going to see him at it here. He takes down one of those MGs already. Pingu does sell it for a minor 9 food, which is something, but it's just still a big 50 loss of food.
Yeah, and he is ahead by, I don't know, a lot of farms right now. Looks like about 7.
Yeah, and just look at those snakes now. They can just... Pingu has no pigeons, and Mischi knows that, so he's just gonna sit there and keep
Has the toads though. Good toad connections can take this, but all of the gas going down. So much army for Mischi, and everything's being whittled away at, and the gas is there to contest any of the tier 1. This is not looking good for Pingu. And the farm finally got up, but immediately gets destroyed. And
Mischi
looks like Mischi's just pulling back, taking some time, making sure he doesn't lose this game. And
Mischi just has the huge economy lead. There's nothing really Pingu can do here. He's tried to expand, he's tried to get farms there. He can't do that. He's tried to expand on the other side of the map here. He still can't do that. This map is just not very good for him.
Nope.
And Mischi is just going great. Mischi's even going for 2 owls now. Not that he needs them, he's just doing it because
I think maybe
he's so far ahead.
Pingu looks back at this game, maybe he would decide that getting a fox on this map pretty early would be the thing to try and do.
Fox would probably be the only thing that could turn that around, yes, because of the Swift, it could run over and harass the other mill, basically. So, for Pingu watching this in the future, I think that would be the correct time to do a Fox play.
Alright, that means Mischi advances to duel number 2, which is also against Pingu, actually.
Oh boy.
I am ready. Are you ready, Jet?
Indeed. Are we ready to go for game 2? Let's see. In 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And player instructions. Here we go. In the left side of the map, we have Mischi playing as Hopper. And in the top side of the map, we have Pingu playing as Quartermaster.
The players are actually somewhat close.
Yeah,
if they were to go for forward warrens, actually. I can see Mischi doing that if he wants to try and secure this mill over here.
Like that high ground mill.
Yeah. It's fairly defensive.
It's really defensive, and it even contains Pingu. It's just so close to the one choke Pingu has to push out against that just taking that mill, which is not a hard deal since Mischi can place warrens right beside it, basically it's just gonna let him contain him. But I don't think
Mischi has cancelled all of his farms.
Mischi's going for a mole play. He's gonna use the sneaky little high ground found out there to go for a quad mole play.
Oh,
Pingu
how's
has
Pingu going to
scouted it,
react
but
to
it's
this,
just
though?
too late.
He's going back. Is he going to cancel? He does cancel all of the farms, but can he play some Warrens? He has barely any space. Oh, he has some moles of his own, actually. He's only one farm ahead, but not anymore. Goodbye.
And those moles there are just too late, though. Look at that. Mole war going on here in Mischi.
But
I think Pingu's base.
Pingu is sort of fine, actually.
Oh, that one hit there on the mole with like none HP is just so
Pingu is
important.
going for it. He's building more moles.
Counterattack, but Mischi's actually going for the MG here, so I don't think this will be successful.
No, I think he has to cancel, sell, get a Warren up, and start building farms.
He has 4 moles. He might just be going for an all-in here, and it'll be moles anyways. Mischi, though, he has the Warren up there, and he's probably going to go for a second MG.
Commander barely died there.
Ooh.
5 moles, what's the plan? Alright, going all in.
Ooh, Liz is coming out here to help Mischi now also. Let's see He has to get some more value on these moles if he wants to do something.
No, he's going back and forth, and slowly the moles are dying to lizards and pigs, though. He's not able to get that. And now he doesn't even have a Warren. He's in so much trouble right now.
Indeed, now Mischi's just going to counterattack with lizards here. It's just not enough value from the moles. It's just not well enough. It's not good enough, Pingu. You have to do better. He's going to keep trying, though. He's placing down 3 more moles. And he's going to go for Mischi's base again.
I think Mischi knows exactly what's up at this point.
Exactly. He goes back here. We have 3 lizards and a lot of pits here. Those moles there will not have a single chance. They take down 1 MG.
Damn, not even losing only 1 lizard to 3 moles. That's crazy value. 20 food for 180?
And an MG. He did also lose an MG.
And an MG, yes, that's true.
But just look at that. Mischi has such a huge economy lead. He has an army lead. He has pretty much everything. And there's just... I don't think Pingu has many options left here.
Yeah, I think Pingu was in a pretty good position after deflecting the attack. Deflecting the attack with the moles.
I just think the counterattack was not the right idea. Pingu's gonna try the mole again, but I think at this point, Mischi's just gonna run in and destroy that mole before he even gets a chance to spawn.
But we do have to give him some points for trying to get the cheese back onto Mischi, though. And that's the surrender. Because Pingu probably also noticed that with that mill from the forward mill from Mischi, it would be a really hard game to win. So maybe that encouraged him to make that play. All right, that means Mischi also wins the second duel against Pingu and moves on to duel number 3, which will be against Le Snake.
Oh boy, snake time. You think he's actually gonna play some snakes? You want to see some of that snake micro?
I want to see the good old 6-farm snake.
Oh boy, that's a classic opening. I haven't seen that in a long time. But again, it's kind of hard to open that against like Pure Squirrel or Pure Lizard. Pick one, they're both bad.
I guess we're going to see. I am ready for duel number 3. Are you?
I am too. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go! So in the top left, we have Mischi playing as Hopper. And in the bottom right, we have Liz Snake playing as the Quartermaster.
Getting better and better at those like swirly introduction things. My big hero is Funka. I think that's his name, the StarCraft observer. I think he's credited for being really good at it and then also doing really nice intro swirl movements.
Are you just stealing from him then?
I am. I'm learning from the best, or that's my goal at least. Looks like a pretty standard opening though, with both players going up to 7 farms. The 7th farm queued, trying to get the scout on the opponent.
I kind of like this map. Ooh, Mischi not playing standard here. Double Lizard one.
What a dirty boy.
Oh boy, and that might actually just work if the Snake doesn't get anything out that can defend against it. Mischi's gonna have those two lizards in like
He's going
2
in
seconds
for
from
the
now
scout
on.
just now. Sees all the missing farms and the 2 lizards popping. You must feel bad if you're the
It's
snack at
just
this
too
point.
late now. He has to sell those farms.
What is he doing? He needs
Doesn't-
warrants. Oh, he's gonna build them up there. That's super dangerous, actually.
Mischi does get a farm here. Now he has 4 lizards here. Mischi has
Ooh.
options to attack once more. 5 lizards, 6 lizards out now.
I
And the
feel
lizard
like
region
this
getting full health.
placement of the warrants, though, if Mischi finds out, the snack is just completely screwed, right?
He's still completely
One more
screwed.
pig going
Look at
down,
those lizards
2
there.
pigs going down, and now Mischi sees the squirrels coming from that direction. Lesec's trying to get those farms up again, but
This is just really risky. Mischi could fake coming from the left side and just run over to the right and take down the warrens. Being spread out like this against lizards just makes it really, really hard
Yeah.
to defend.
here it comes with the lizards.
Indeed,
Only one
like,
squirrel
those-
there. He can take that down.
those-
Yep, takes it down.
there.
Yeah, that
Three
was
lizards
definitely a
for
value trade for Mischi there.
Indeed, it's gonna be harder for the snake now to get some.
Wait,
some
he's
units
chasing after lizards with 5 squirrels. This is
no,
gonna
that's-
be
that's,
game. I'm calling it.
Out. Oh no! don't do
Oh,
that.
and he's also attacking the Warrens. The Warrens tanking for Mischi. Mischi taking out all of those squirrels, barely losing any lizards, letting them
He
heal
just
up for a
lost
bit.
2 and-
Just so much
oh,
more
no.
value there. Oh
The
man.
snake really just shouldn't have put the warrens out on the right. He should have just have bought some toads
And
along
the
with
farm
his squirrels.
finishes and is immediately taken down by Mischi again.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, the snake should just have went for toads earlier and tried to do some kind of a push with the squirrel toad. That if he wanted to be aggressive, though he could just have defended on this map. I think this is a good map to play defensive on. Even though it looks wide open, he has a very good, basically a pocket mill on the left that he's grabbing right now.
Yeah, he does. Is he running static defense? No, he's not. But he does have toads. Mischi has a
Indeed.
fairly strong army right now. He also is running toads, by the way. And coming in with the lizards for a little bit of a snipe. Does get the farm, but loses 6 lizards in the process.
I don't think that's quite value for Mischi, but
It's not value, but it's still worth it because Lesnek is unable to counterattack and capitalize on the loss of lizards. And also, the mining time or the farming time is lost for that farm. So
I still don't think it's worth the 120 food. And if I was Lesnek, I wouldn't even have bought that farm. I would just have bought one on the new mill instead.
yeah, perhaps that's a better choice. Alright. Misha getting a look at what's going on this base from Lesnek. Decides to get a little bit more of economy than his opponent has, but keep the pressure on with that army. He's also going for ferrets right now. So it's going to be even harder for Lesek to defend because he's not actually going for any 2-2. Looks like he wants to get something right now, but is that in time actually? Taking down another farm practically for free. And this looks like it's going to be a fight here. Toads on toads. Lots of them go down. I think it was in favor of Mischi actually, and this huge army of squirrels just wins and would be destroying too much for Lesnek, and he has to surrender the game. GG.
Mischi was ahead and he saw the toads, so he knew he just had to check out of lizards. And he did just that, and he checked over to toads instead to deal with the enemy toads. And using that, he just knew he had the superior army with a higher squirrel count than the opponent. So if his toads should go out on the opponents, then he'd basically just win, and he did just that.
And after the gentleman in chat is suggesting a way to counter this lizard rush, which is selling all of your farms and building 2 squirrel warrens and 1 toad warren and going for the immediate counterattack. And apparently, in his experience, that will pretty much win you the game every time. So
I've done that myself, and I can say that one of the funniest things about Tooth and Tail, and I kind of want to see lizards getting buffed to 8 HP just so people do this more against me. One of the things I enjoy the most is punishing people that go way too many lizards way too early. And then you just punish them with like a squirrel toad push.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things to do in this game. Guilty pleasure every time.
Well, maybe we get some more of those games coming up. We're casting Froggo as well, and Froggo is a pretty strong player as well, so it's going to be some good games for sure. Currently, though, we have arrived at duel number 4, Mischi versus Jacoby, game number 1. Are you ready, Jet?
Oh boy, I am more ready than you could imagine.
All right, that's
Let's
good.
go. Countdown starting. 2, 1, go.
It's so confusing.
And in the bottom of the map, we have Mischi. And you can do your swirly thing.
Swirly
playing
thing.
as the common folk hero, Hopper. And in the top right, we have Jacoby playing as the possibly creepiest rat I've ever seen, Archimedes.
Archimedes.
But then again, I mean, just because it's Archimedes, he naturally just tilts you. Kinda OP, please nerf.
This map though.
I mean,
Campfires for Mischi. And a sort of pocket expand question mark, yes. I guess that's...
I'd call that a pocket expand.
Yeah.
Because you can't really attack it as Jacoby. Unless you have both ferrets and a balloon, there's no way you're gonna siege that mill. And he has only one of those two. Even Falcons is really hard because he has to run his commander all the way around because that... Maybe he could snipe some edge farms with some Falcons.
Ooh, all of those moles. He doesn't want to play this map, Mischi. Just getting moles. One farm going down for one mole.
Oh boy,
Ooh.
when you don't want to play the map, just mole people. And Mischi's just full of moles today. Oh no, he's building more, is he? No, he's not. He sold it again and he's going back. Well...
I have a question. Do you go for farms or a second Warren in this position? Do you need to do counter damage right now? Or can you not?
You can... I mean, it's just really hard to do because... Yeah, it's just not... The map is not small enough for its a counterattack to be very easy. Especially when you lost this many farms. Jacoby just didn't have enough army up in time. I don't think a counterattack would be very possible here, especially not if Mischi could keep a mole and then do some kind of mole squirrel defense.
I think Jacoby's actually behind on income as well as value on the field because Mischi can sell this mole right now. No.
Indeed, if you just look at the graph here, you can just see that you go
because
over and
there's
look at
this
the
little
economy.
dip right at 1 minute 20. Jacoby dips back into 3 farms. And Mischi never went below 4, so that means that's just 90 seconds of mining time used to just get that farm back up.
Not only that, you also see him go for a campfire now, so he's actually going to get the eco leader to easily pull that out successfully. So Jacoby is going to go for... I can't talk English, it's very hard.
Jet talks English. This is one sexy campfire though, Jet.
Engelsk er bare svært, okay?
I don't do I don't speak your language at all.
Yeah, I know you don't speak Denmark, but anyways, back to seeing what Mischi does. He's going for 2 campfires and chameleons.
Whoa,
this
double
is like
chameleon warren, yo.
This is like the sickest bait. Like Jacoby's gonna see, oh boy, he has 3 squirrels.
And he is going in with that, but he has a lot of squirrels though.
Mischi still has the cam though, and oh no, the cam walks around and just does nothing for a while. Oh, that's so sad.
Pretty good. He has to micro that toad, make it not explode. Oh yeah, that's good. Takes down chameleon, but now there's tons of chameleons. You're not even losing that campfire there.
Jacoby needs to have more than 3 toads. I think 6 toads would be the right number here, but that would be the sickest bait. Like. Jacoby seeing 3 squirrels and then Mischi having 4 chameleons to back that up without him being able to see it.
Jacoby's ahead in farms though.
That's actually interesting here. And Mischi might have to do some kind of offensive play.
He definitely needs something to deal with all of these chameleons. I just feel like the chameleons can take down 2 of those pigs easily after a fight.
Yeah, I do think that Mischi could definitely do something. Like, at least just get those toads to blow up or something.
Oh. One chameleon down to 5 HP, I think. Re-rallying them, and all of those squirrels being drawn out of the comfort zone. Is he just gonna go for the mill? Looks like it, and looks like he's gonna get it too. Oh, that's so much value. Holy crap. And now he's ahead in economy again. And Jacoby just lost a ton of food invested into his economy that just blows up right there.
Mischi here with the huge lead, and he's now just gonna go for Falcons, and he could probably just sit here, and he's probably gonna go for his own mill here and just go for the economy win here.
He has to be feeling rather confident about this game at this point.
Indeed, he has both the army lead, he has the tech lead, he has more T2 than Jacoby has, and he has the eco lead. Everything is just in his favor right now. Oh, Jacoby's moving forward though. That's really, really risky there. Those cams there, coming in here, making the toads blow up, and tanking so much damage from all these squalls here. 2 of his cams go down, but Jacoby's whole army just disappeared there again. And
I really like
Jacoby
how Mischi's
can't
taking
afford
these
it.
fights. He sends his chameleons in first, toads blow up, and then he pulls them back for a bit, and then wobbles them around so that the low health ones sort of reorganize themselves and have a good chance of living a little longer when they re-engage in the fight. It's pretty interesting.
Pretty interesting micro from Mischi, yes. I do like it a lot. Let's see here, Jacoby here's... Again, Jacoby just can't afford building a new army. He's so low on eco, Mischi's so high up. In comes the Toad Explosions. It doesn't really get any cams. All of them are still alive.
Chameleon right there.
It just dies to a Chameleon Swing there, but still, Mischi just has so much army, and Jacoby can't afford getting any army, so Mischi's just gonna roll in and win the game here.
Brutal. Really decisive player from Mischi, taking down Jacoby and advancing to the next match.
Alright, moving on then, we're gonna see Mischi versus Petro already on Duel 5. Come on, we need someone to steal one of Mischi's lives.
Yeah, we do.
Alright, you tell me when you are ready on Duel 5.
Maybe the magician Pedro Al can pull it off. I am ready for duel number 5. Take it away.
Alright, let us move into Duel 5 then in... Are you ready?
I am ready.
1, go!
I knew you were going to do that. You're getting predictable, Jet. This is a bad sign.
God damn it. Alright, I need to improve my countdown plays. Alright, moving up to the left side of the map here, we have Petro. Petr Owl.
I feel the same way every time I look at this name. It's like Pedro.
Yeah.
Pedro.
Yeah, like if you'd read it, it sounded that, but why aren't there 2 O's? There needs to be another O. Exactly. Anyways, in the bottom we then have Mischi going for early lizards as per usual. Mischi today just not feeling like having any long games. No. All the rushes, all the time.
I mean, people were complaining about defensive play being in the meta and that being boring, but Mischi's just showing everyone you don't have to play defensive.
Oh boy.
Just go for lizards. And this is an opening he uses fairly often actually, the 1 lizard and then queuing another farm. He's gonna try to fight an angle on the building or the farm that's constructing, but it's kind of tough on this map actually. He might pull it off though. 1 lizard versus 1 farm. But there's the squirrel to defend. Mischi decides against the plan and pulls back here.
I just don't think that's gonna happen there. This is not the right map to be going for cheesy lizard shenanigans.
Nope. But it's definitely super powerful. It really makes you think about where you placed your farms when you're building them.
Indeed, just imagine if someone buffs lizards to 8 HP or something like that again.
Little snipe, can you get the farm? He does get the farm, saves 1 of the 3 lizards. Means that's a value trade as well as taking away some farming time from Pedro Al or Pedro.
Let's just call him Pedro. I think that makes our life easier. But yes, let's see. Pedro here goes for a squirrel toad here, and if listen, Mischi's though is checking into squirrels already, so he should be just fine even if toads come out.
Yep,
especially now that it has its own.
Yeah.
Let's see if Mischi can micro his toads onto the enemy toads and take them down, giving his lizards free reign. We also see Mischi expanding.
Yeah, and the right farm too, the right mill, taking the high ground one. If he can secure that, put some wars in front of it. He also secures the mill on the lower left side of that.
I think this is a very good play from Mischi here. He
Let's see if he
created
can
the
make it work
space to
though.
do it.
Pedro Al is moving forward with a bunch of squirrels and some toads.
But I think the mixed army here from Mischi's gonna win this man, maybe? Let's see if the toads go
Probably.
off here.
Toad
Very,
connections are
very
good.
nice.
For
Very
Pedro.
nice connection for Pedro here. Not the best micro for Mischi. I think that could have been better here, saving the...
Yeah, but does he want to go for? He does want to go for the warrants. He has a lot of squirrels, but the toad connection from Mischi is pretty good. Another toad coming in gets the connection as well, and now it's getting a little bit dicey for Pedro actually. But he is pushing forward. Good toad connection on the lizard, not the warren. Toad for Mischi gets pretty good connection, but Pedro already taken out 3 warrens from Mischi. Mischi has to cancel his tier 2 that he was constructing, build a turret, and try and get more warrens up because he has barely anything. It's a good thing he has those turrets for quick defense actually. Pedro at the same time is trying to take out this warren there. Does he want to move forward into 2 turrets? He is trying to. Gets 1 turret. Is he going to get the second one as well? Pig's helping out to defend. Gets the turret. A lot of army for Pedro here. Takes down a farm. 2 farms. Can he still continue? I feel like it's time to pull back almost.
Yeah, but the commander died though, and I think this is gonna make that attack peter out. But still,
Yeah.
Pedro is at an advantage, and I think at this point in the game, Pedro can just kind of kill Mischi's mill on the high ground, take it for himself, put up some MGs and contain him.
He's not going to bother though, or is he? He sees the turret, decides it's time to take care of this mill once and for all at this point. And I'd really like to see him tech into tier 2 at this point because it's going to be really hard to push into this little entrance to Mischi's base. And Mischi's just sitting on this one base. I want to see tier 2 and some scouting to make sure Mischi didn't take a sneaky expansion somewhere. Looks like he's going to do just that right now with his commander.
I want to just see a forward base from Pedro taking the high ground mill right outside Mischi's base. And then some MGs and skunks. And because skunks, look at the tiny choke between the 2 mills here.
I like this from Pedro. He is running into that base to see exactly what Mischi has. He needs to know if there's a tier 3 or tier 2 coming that potentially can deal with the army that he has. So far though, Pedro looks like he just wants to finish this game.
9 toads
Feeling
going in.
so
here.
confident. Huge army coming in. Toads explode. The turret is still not down actually, but there it goes. Barely any pigs left to defend. Somewhat.
The eco is back from both players. Bad toad connection from Pedro actually. He takes a lot of his toads out on the mill here and on the. See, a lot of toads again on the mill there, but that's because the commander from Pedro is down. But he's gonna go and go in again with the reinforcements here. The mill has so low HP. If he can take that down, then Mischi basically has 1 farm eco on this other expansion there. And this is gonna let Pedro just push in, take down the warrants here perhaps.
Really decisive from Pedro going in like this, and it's scary, man, doing this. I tried punishing. Who was this? DJ Soak, I think? Or no, it was Paul. I was playing against Paul. I had the advantage. I moved in, but somehow he managed to defend with just tier 1, and I ended up losing that game. It's really hard to make this work, but Pedro does it and takes the game against Mischi.
Well played here from Petro, who just takes the game here from Mischi here with a lot of T1. That means we're actually moving to...
Pedro is the hero of the day so far. Taking...
Indeed, I do like the fact that he's helping removing revolution and stuff here. That's this pleases me. Also, it's really, really hot in Denmark today. I don't know if I can do more than 1 arc here, and I'll probably leave.
It's hot in Denmark? I thought it was always snowing over there. Well,
it got to 25 Celsius today. Do you know how hot that feels? That's like
25 Celsius?
That's like that I die in temperatures like that. I know you're laughing at me. Look.
So we start celebrating when it gets that warm in the Netherlands.
Like I hate the heat. Everyone here hates heat. Stop. It needs to not exist. All right, I'm
play
ready
some
to move
Frostpunk
into the
in
next.
that case. Pretty good game. All right,
Yes.
moving on. Duel number 5. Mischi versus Pedro, game number 2. I am ready.
Alright, are you ready for the countdown?
I am ready.
Go!
I was thinking about that maybe something Jet is going to do, just start. But probably not, because he values stream quality, right? Nope.
Sure.
Nope.
Yes. Look, you can't have quality stream without some dumb shit going on.
Alright, spawning in the right corner of the map, it is Mischi who's playing as Hopper. And in the left position, we have Pedro Al playing as Archimedes.
Oh yes, and oh boy, look at this map though. This is a kind of large map. Is it just me, or are all the snowy maps just huge all the time?
They are, but I kind of like it somewhat. I mean, I get so frustrated when there's just a bazillion little pieces of black and gray parts that you can't go through. And my commander just gets stuck. I know, I need to become good, get good. But
Yeah, get good. You even have the movement advantage playing on controller. We can only move in 8 directions on PC keyboard here, but you with a
There are
controller?
8 good directions though. Good
Yeah,
directions
you're
to go
right
in.
about that. Anyways, I don't really have one thing I don't like about these ice maps, and that is the fact that, just look at this. Mischi side, 2 mils. Petro side, all the mils.
Yep. In a lot of games though, to be honest, it doesn't really matter too much usually. I have yet to see a game go past 2 mils actually.
You've never experienced a game that goes to be beyond 2 mils.
Not this run, not this arc. And not usually, to be honest. Maybe that is because they're hard to take and it forces one player into taking action. That's possible. But
Something like that. Anyways, back to the game at hand. Seems like we're having a really chill game.
yeah, pretty chill.
Both players have taken an expand. Mischi's slightly ahead in eco, but I have the feeling that Petro here will be going for farms in just a moment. Petro's going C2 too,
Did he scout
so
Mischi though recently?
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
I
He's
don't
just
think
chilling. Make sure you get all the things up.
Just kind of building his own thing here. Mischi, meanwhile, grabbing the eco advantage
Sim
with
City.
+2 farms. Yeah, just gonna run around, build your warrens and build your mills and farms, and you know, scouting. Don't worry about that. That's too much effort.
It's all about intuition.
Pedro's gonna go up to an equal amount here, and I'm gonna bet here that Mischi's gonna either go for a T3 or plop down more farms. It looks like T3 based on how he's walking over into the corner.
Yeah, for sure.
And Badger it is.
That's
probably
tough
gonna see
to
some
deal with. Honestly,
very
no
tough.
snakes from Pedro, and the owl is not the best. In fact, it's probably one of the worst tier 3s to try and deal with Badger. I think he needs to scout this quick and decide on what he wants to do. Mischi feeling safe though. He's just saw a lot of farms from Pedro.
I think the best option that Pedro has here is just to try and go for some falcons. If he scouts the Badger, he still doesn't know. He's just playing farming simulator here, basically going for 8 farms on his second mill. So he still doesn't know about the Badger. And the Badger from Mischi is going to come out.
Oh, look at
very,
that!
very
Wow, it's so dirty. Mischi is such a dirty man. Taking
quick.
out 2 farms there.
No.
For
Oh,
2
okay. He
snakes,
does
though.
those snakes. I don't think that was value. I mean, 2 snakes, 2 farms, and Petro didn't really lose any farm time.
Maybe
So
it wasn't value yet, Jet, but it was cool though.
It was cool. I'll give him the style points for that one, but I don't think it was a. It was more or less an equal trade, I'd say.
Yep, probably. And the owl going down from Pedro Owl. Using his name in honor. Or
He's
building
gonna
a
go for
unit
the
in honor of
owl.
his name. I don't know which way the wind
I
blows.
just-
but-
I just don't think this is the right time for an owl, especially because the Badger's gonna come out here, and there's 180 food right now in a warren that's not defending against the incoming Badger.
Nope. But did he scout
But again,
it? Has he?
I don't.
Nope.
Not only that, look at how much food that Pedro is floating. 500 plus in floated food. That's it's kind of not very good.
Getting exploding units and some tier 1s though. Mischi's gonna try and deal some damage from this low ground. to the economy from Pedro. Looks like he's going to succeed. No defense yet. One farm goes down. 2 farms go down. It's going to be hard for Pedro to even get to this Badger. It's pretty safe here in the back. And look at all the gas going down. Lots of tier 2 from Mischi still alive, as well as the Badger. That was a pretty brutal attack there, actually.
Indeed, and
Badger's revved up on the campfire, and now it's in a really tough position to deal with for Pedro. Looks like the Badger's just gonna do his thing, destroy everything Pedro has, and that's game already.
I think just Pedro here did the mistake of not really scouting if Mischi was going for T3. I don't think he saw the T3 at the back of Mischi's base at any time. And I also think that he just floated too much. You saw him with 500 plus food, and he just didn't seem like he knew what to do with all that food.
Nope. I'd have to agree with that. Let's see.
Right,
You were saying, oh, but it was 25 degrees in Holland as well today. Yeah, and I did celebrate that. I was super happy.
How could you sell it? That's like super hot, and I would just want to...
You can just go out in your t-shirt. You can even take off your t-shirt if if people allow you to do that and not be like, oh, that's not cool. Keep
Look,
on
I
the
don't have a 6-pack. I can't do that. Anyways, I need a small bathroom break, and t-shirt weather, that's kind of like 10 to 15 degrees. That's proper t-shirt weather. Be right back. I'm going to go to the toilet.
All right, we're going to do a small
be
break
back
in that case.
In 2 seconds.
The child. Let's see. Snow maps armies. That was before the map gen fix. I have no clue when these games were played, but it looks like you're gonna play Mischi. At least 2 games probably. I'll bring some more What is Child? Some more Is Jet back yet, guys? Has Jet returned? Does not sound like it. Shame on me for not knowing Orin. What is that? The thing that the wolf is carrying? Like the honey drink?
I've returned.
Chat, help me please. Chat's making me out for a fool. What is Orin?
Okay, so what do squirrels in this game drink? They drink
berry juice.
Orin.
Oh.
They drink Orin, and what do squirrels normally eat in all the cartoons and stuff? Acorns.
Whoa!
What are the last letters in Orin?
I have an announcement. Do not Google orange drink, because you will not get the results you want. Or maybe you do. Please, I repeat, do not Google ORN space drink. Do not do it.
I mean, I'm kind of I really kind of want to do so now.
You're supposed to. Anyway. Yeah, that's what I thought. Squirrels drink Hertog Jan, right? And I know the wolf is a big Heineken fan.
What are y'all talking about? Y'all weird.
Y'all weird. Alright, Jet, I am sort of set and ready to go. I did Google it, but I'm not going to Google it for you.
Alright, is it
because
Mischi
it's
versus
too
Child?
much. It's too much to show on stream. We are going to go to duel number 6, Mischi versus the Child, game number 1. I am ready, Jet. Jet, are you ready?
Are you sure we can show this on stream? I mean, it's kind of Mischi mauling a child. That's kind of not family friendly.
Well, let's hope it doesn't get to that.
Alright, let's try and do it then. Mischi versus Child. Countdown begins. 5, 2, 1, go! Alright, in the bottom of the
If
map.
I ever see you in real life, Jet, I am going to punch you in the face for this someday.
Thank you. Alright, back to player introductions. In the bottom of the map, do your swirly thing, we have Mischi playing as Hopper. And in the very top of the map, we have the Child playing as Bellified.
And there he is, putting down the 7th farm.
Mischi, mercy please, it is illegal to maul children on a Twitch stream.
You're only allowed to do that if you play Archimedes.
Don't eat the children.
So far, it looks like a pretty decent opening from Mischi in terms of decency.
Yeah, there's nothing illegal going on. We just take it nice and easy. No child eating. Just casual 8 farms from both players, in fact. Which is understandable when you look at how large this map is.
It is huge. It is gigantic. 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 English hard, for sure.
Yes, very hard. Look, we should just do this cast in like
Oh, you do Danish and I do Dutch.
Oh god, no, let's just not go into
Oh,
that.
het ziet er naar uit dat Mischi 2 warrens heeft gebouwd. 1 squirrels en de ander chameleon.
Og med det så ser vi så barnets far med en 2 æren grav her. Men vi får ikke rigtig meget ud af det jo. Han sidder stadig med en masse mad her. Han har bare ikke brugt det til noget som helst endnu. Så vi ser hvad der kommer til at ske i fremtiden her fra vores barn.
Ja, dat klopt, vind ik ook. Het is inderdaad heel lastig op deze map voor...
I cannot take any more. I cannot take any more of this. We need to actually do this properly.
Alright. What's going on here? A little barbed wire from Mischi to give him that high ground vision though. That's nice. That's one of the uses from barbed wire that I really like. I like barbed wire in general.
Did you know they put cameras in the barbed wire?
Did you? They do. The barbed wire has eyes.
Yes, they have cameras in it. That's how they get vision, you know.
Or maybe the barbed wire is so well cleaned and polished that it just reflects the surroundings. So if you look at the barbed wire, you can see everything around it. That's how it works.
Oh boy. Tooth and tail lore being discovered here.
So far, not too much going on. Both players building up their army. Looking at the composition of those armies, Mischi is going to try and get a wolf out. But the Child going double tier 2. I think at this point the Child's army might be better, but Chameleon's so strong though. Mischi building all of this barbed wire to make it hard for the Child to push into him.
Classic Mischi going for the wolf plus wire.
But it's blocked though. He's at 60 food and the wolf is... Oh, it just cancels the farm. The very moment that the Child scouts it.
Ooh, that's very dangerous because his army is just right there and he does have pigeons, so he can sit there with skunks there, but he's just gonna go straight in.
Oh, he's gonna walk through the barbed wire.
Ooh, that's so much barbed wire damage
good.
though. so much barbed wire damage here, and that Falcon there is
Being a hero.
being a hero.
Look
with
at that!
missions.
Go, Billy! Billy, you can do it! Billy does it! He's getting
Look
all the
at
right
that.
damage in. The child is
Oh
floating
my
food, but
God.
it doesn't matter because he's right here with these falcons, and the chameleons have nothing to hit. While the falcons are destroying some of the ones, but this time there's a bunch of squirrels who can take down those falcons and deter this push from the child. It was a good push.
Oh boy, that's pitching value though. There with the chameleons just unable to do anything because the flying units. But now the wolf is out here. That's gonna give Mischi buffed chameleons here. He buffed both his chameleons. Now he's just gonna run
the
and
chase,
go
look at
straight
this.
for the.
Oh, this is so painful to watch. Just smashing
Oh.
everything. Even
And
the
there's just
pigeons
no
get
running.
taken down.
There's just no running from those wolf buff units. They're just too fast. You can't escape them. They're even faster than regular swift units.
I didn't know that, Jack.
Oh,
You're
you
so
didn't?
full of
Well,
knowledge.
Well, if you didn't, let me tell you. Did you know that swift units move at 3.5 tiles per second, while wolf buff
3.5?
units? Yes, while wolf buff units actually move at 4 tiles.
Holy crap.
So yes,
So your squirrels can be faster than the lizards.
yes, indeed, by half a tile per second.
Wait, but does that mean all units that do not have the same movement speed and all units with swift, being lizards
and fox and mice.
and fox and mice, have the same movement speed?
Yes,
Oh. So what's the normal movement speed?
2 tiles per second.
The more you know.
Oh yes, all the knowledge coming in here. Charles gonna try and go
pretty
for
good
an engagement.
push. He's almost got that thing, but is it?
Just look at those wolf buff units though, they're just gonna smash everything so fast. That mill's not going down. Too much damage from those wolf buff units.
I mean, the child lost his entire army regardless. I think with focus fire, he might have been able to get that mill. I don't think it would have mattered in the long run because this army is looking so strong from Mischi. Millions at the front, 4 falcons in the air is pretty devastating, and that's the surrender.
Alright, yes, we can now move into the last game here before I will have to go here. It's actually Mischi versus the child again. We'll see.
Alright, I am ready for duel number 7, Mischi versus the child, game number 1.
I'd say that first game was rather clean. No dirty tactics from Mischi. That's good. That would be very illegal, and we'd have to censor that out of both YouTube and Twitch. So, good thing we can have some wholesome games here without moles, right, Mischi?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, though, if that happens in the last duel here with Mischi versus Child. The first game. Are you ready?
I am ready. Advance with
Let's
the countdown.
go. In 7, 6, 5, 7, 7, 2, 1, go!
I almost thought you were going to go from 1 to 2, but you behaved. I'm proud of you.
You call that behaving? I'm. You have pretty low standards in that case.
I mean, I'm pretty chill as a parent.
Yes. Moving into the game, we have Mischi in the top right corner of the map playing as Hopper, and in the bottom right we have the child playing as Bellified.
Yep.
I think there's some.
Ooh! Oh no. No. Better scout that. The child, please scout it. Scout it. Go up on the high ground.
No.
Go. He's going on the high ground. He catches the mole, but is he going to be in time? It looks like this is painful. 1 hit, 2 hits. Oh, he makes. That was interesting. He's able to make the farm finish, actually. Oh, he's going to try to get a turret up. He needs more than 1 turret. Just build more turrets. You have the money.
But Mischi's just gonna run over to the other side and not give a damn.
This turret's gonna be too late. Cancel the turret! Oh my god! No! Oh, good focus fire on the moles though, even though he's not actually doing it, but it's good firing. 1-for-1 trade there, but the Mischi's just not gonna let up and keeps on building moles here. The child just needs to get... Yep, that's good. I like that Warren. The position maybe not so much. Mischi retreating.
I honestly just think that one should have been placed right beside the MG, which is the safest place in his whole base. But he's alive. Mischi, though, quite ahead. He's going for the 8 farms here. And
Is he? He needs to sell the moles, but he can't quite do it. Oh, yes, he is ahead.
yeah, Child isn't going to go for a counterattack. He doesn't have enough scrolls yet, and the map is just so large.
Well, he does have enough scrolls to start damaging those moles at least.
I just don't
And
think it's
actually,
enough
Mischi
here.
doesn't have a place to put those warrens behind the pigs. So I think the child definitely has an option to, or had an option to harass that actually, but looks like that opportunity has gone with the wind. And
Indeed,
now
I
it's
just
just
think-
gonna be some more warrens for the child probably. No turret going down. Alright.
That's an
Looking at the
interesting
map though,
turret.
Jat, what do you think about this map?
I kind of there's some things I like about the turret placement from the Child there. It gives him high ground vision for one. Secondly, it protects 2 mills, and if he can go for some eco there, maybe he can actually get away with playing defensively on this map here. There's also a third expand that's kind of risky with all the water and stuff, and Mischi having ferrets. But overall, this map could actually look solid for some defensive play. On the other hand, Mischi does have a
Pocket
kind of a
expand,
pocket base
yeah.
on the right side there, which
I
can
think
only
it's
really be
fairly
harassed
easy
by
for him to
falcons.
control this high ground here between his main base and the right base.
Yeah,
So,
the only thing he'd have to worry about is Falcon harassment over the terrain.
yeah,
If the Child decides to be sneaky with that.
very
But,
sneaky. And the child actually scouting the fox horn from Mischi.
But
I wonder
can
how
he
he's going to
do
react. He
anything
does
about
not have the option to go into farms right away because he never took the mill. I think that's
See
the
what he
reason
does.
why some of the players prefer getting a mill, even though they're not actually going to do a lot with it. You can see this when the gentleman or Chip or Mishi's playing. They will try and take a mill just so they have the option of building a ton of farms when they scout something greedy by the enemy's player.
it? Ooh, 12 squirrels against 15 T1. That's not going to end well for the Child
Nope.
here.
And
He has
also-
he actually has
Oh,
the
he has the...
lesser army.
No
the skunk
way.
just comes in too late. It's just too late for the skunk to join the fight here, and Mishi's just gonna engage here. It doesn't matter that he's
Yeah,
just
I
gonna take
think so.
a lot of straggler units out and then
Can
walk
pull
back.
back,
here.
that's a safer play, let his units heal, but I think like you said, he probably could have taken the fight even, destroyed a warren, catch the skunk out in the field.
Indeed, we're gonna have to see some good skunk micro here if the Giant wants to push in here before the fox comes out.
But with the amount of lizards that Mischi has, this is gonna be really tough.
Really tough. Let's see what happens here. Squirrels are harassing the warrens here. The skunk is standing there at the ready. Lizard's coming in here. The skunk is gonna go for the squirrels first here. It's gonna
This is
die.
pretty good
Go
actually
down
for the
here.
child.
No,
Well,
this
it
is
was.
really good for Mischi. I
Yeah.
don't think that the Child is gonna win this here. Defender's advantage is just too strong for Mischi, and the Fox is gonna be out here in 10 or so seconds, and the Child knows he cannot win this. No way.
The child's just saying, cut the stream. We're gonna take that out of the final cut and replace it with a game that the child himself is more happy about. I know what it feels like, the child. Don't worry. I've had this happen to me often enough where I'm like, oh my god, I really did that, didn't I?
Yes.
It happens. It's how you learn.
Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed having me aboard here. I think though that I have to I need to rest my voice and stuff. Though I can still play some Tooth and Tail. And why do I say that? It's because I'm gonna extend an invitation to whoever
Oh, you mean
Frashaft is in the chat.
S1E1. That
Yes.
guy.
And I'm gonna challenge them. I want to play against them because I don't recognize the name. I want to learn them a little more. So drop me a message on Twitch.
All
Let's
right.
figure something out here. Let's we have a date.
Yep. Looks like Jet wants to play a little game with you.
Wait. With that though,
Frashaft too.
With that, though, I'm gonna have to say that I'll have to leave the stream for now.
Thank you
Good
for
luck
joining
with the
us,
rest.
Jet. It's been a pleasure having you on stream, and I hope your voice gets enough rest so you can be there again next week when we're gonna do the second rebroadcast, episode number 2. Yeah, thanks for joining, and I'll catch you later.
Thank you. Have a good time. It's too hot. I'm gonna disappear now. Goodbye.
Bye bye. All right, guys, it's just us now. We're gonna have to cast the first arc from Froggo right now. Let's see if I did this correctly. Replays. All right, there we go. Froggo versus Pingu, game number 1. I am ready to start, so we're gonna start. All right, spawning in the left corner of the map, it is Froggo with the alias Black Vegetable playing as the Quartermaster. And in the right corner of the map, we have Pingu playing as Hopper. Is my mouse on screen? I think. Huh. Right, better. Alright. So far, this map looks pretty horrible for Froggo, actually. He has this second base, this expansion here, this one over here, but moving between the bases is going to be tough because of all the water, whereas Pingu has this forward mill that can let him contest the path to this mill, probably, since it's always also low ground. Is this both low? No, I think this is the low ground mill, and then this is a high ground mill, actually. So it's going to be possible for Pingu to harass here a little bit with Falcons. So this is not an option anymore for Froggo. And taking this mill will probably also mean that Pingu can control this mill as well as this mill. So the mill advantage for this map goes to Pingu. Let's see how it plays out. Both players have opened up with an 8 farm so far. And Black Vegetable is now going for, or should just call him Froggo all the time to not confuse everyone, is going for this mill right here. He can probably pull this off pretty easily since this is a fairly slow map to attack on because of all of the water. Zwart groente. Yep. I mean, Dutch can sound sort of fun, like German. Schmetterling. Triple farm opening. This is super greedy though from Froggo, actually. Let's see if Pingu scouts this. Looks like he hasn't even scouted the expansion so far. He's posing to get this campfire. However, the Falcon starts building and more units start building, so he can't even take that at that very moment. Decides to go for a little bit of scout. Froggo's just chilling here too, wants to get tier 2 up maybe, or just some more tier 1. Yep. Alright, scout comes in from Pingu. He hasn't actually scouted the expansion from Froggo, surprisingly. Is he gonna try and take this forward mill? Yes, he is. Good move, I would say. And now Froggo actually has to feel some pressure here because of the way that Pingu is trying to divide this map. Whoa, the child, where are you from? This is like Arabic Russian sort of characters. I'm not even sure what kind of characters that are. Some more farms for Froggo, and I think at this point he's already starting to feel the extra income because Pingu has not punished him for doing so. Pingu grabbing some more farms for himself now. Not too much to say. Let's look at the decks. There's no tier 3 for Froggo. It's just going to be Skunk, Snake as tier 2, which are going to be the most powerful units. Getting some Warrens placed here for defense, I suppose, because he's not running structures. Putting his army in the right position to defend. Going in for a little bit of a scout. There we go. Sees exactly what Pingu has. Wants to make sure there's no tier 3 coming in. And cannot find it, but Pingu smells an opportunity to walk forward and try and deal some damage. While the army from Froggo is out of position, but Froggo is here to counter this attack. Pingu has to be careful here. I think the army from Froggo at this point is looking pretty strong. Toad's super slow though, not getting too much work done. Actually, barely any Toads exploding. The gas is good from Froggo. The Falcon is good for Pingu, but it looks like the gas is winning in this slow map. Trying to micro his heart out to save that one Falcon. But Froggo with a pretty commanding lead in economy. And this translates in just the sheer number of units that he has. Also has some pigeons up in the air to sustain this push. Using those skunks like he should. Put down some gas before this fight even starts. Wants to not get hit by all of the Toads. He's taking a lot of damage in the process. But I think at this point he is able to fight this army from Pingu. Pingu doing a really good job of defending here. Taking down both of those skunks actually. Falcon is still in the air. Falcon takes down a lot of units from Froggo, and actually Pingu has managed to defend against all odds. But now he's still in a lot of trouble with the economy lead here from Froggo. Froggo does not have to trade favorably to win this game at this point. Just has to make sure Pingu does not get a chance to put up any of these farms. Pingu moving forward now. What's happening? A really good surround from Froggo. That's just a delicious concave we're seeing here. Falcon's so valuable in defending here though, but it looks like Froggo just might have a little bit too much. No! Actually, the attack is deflected again, and I thought it was going to be in Froggo's favor for sure with the concave that he created there. But with all this water, it looks like the Falcons are just doing such a good job of killing all of those slow units. But with the farms going down on the first base, the difference in the amount of farms that both players have is just gonna increase here. Because Froggo has some extra farms up, and in the end it's just gonna be 8 farms against 5 now. Looking at the army values, yeah, the trades for Pingu have been so good, surprisingly. Cyrillic. Russia. Cyrillic symbols. Alright, here we go. Froggo wants to play a little bit more cautious, it looks like. Not making use of the snake so far. Maybe that would have been a good addition, but... Alright, here we go. Toad's coming in hot. Lots of explosions. And all of the units from Froggo are able to find tiles. The gas has gone down, but is it in time? Looks like it finally is coming to an end this game with the strong push from Froggo here. The pigeons are in the sky healing the skunk, keeping everything alive, and Pingu's about to lose his only farming base. And that's game. The army graph looks like some crypto chart. It does look like a chart. Because it's a chart. That's what charts look like. Alright, that was duel number 1. Froggo taking a win against Pingu, which means we're gonna move on to duel number 2, which is also against Pingu. Let's go. I need some water soon though. Alright, spawning in the right position on this map, it is Froggo, aka the Black Vegetable, playing as the Quartermaster. Spawning in the top corner of this map, it is Pingu, who's playing as Hopper. Oh, look at this deck from the Black Vegetable. Excuse me, super aggressive with that mole. Only 1 tier 2. All of the tier 1s pretty much. Wait, that is all of the tier 1 units that are available. But Pingu, is he gonna scout this? Yes, he does. Does he know how to respond? Looks like he knows how to respond. Wants to make sure that mole's gone down. It has gone down. And actually, Black Vegetable is pulling that back and getting a ton of farms here. He looked like he was gonna pull back that mole, but he's not quite. And I think Pingu has a really good chance to deal some damage here. He has 3 Warrens up. Actually, not even enough farms to sustain 3 Warrens building units. Alright, and he's queuing a farm. I'm not sure if I like this. because he needs to make some magic happen with those few units. Wow, look at how greedy Froggo is actually. Only getting 2 Warrens up right now. And the unit is actually blocked for Froggo as well. A lot of units for Pingu. It's going to come down to control here. It's going to try to find a good angle to attack from. He has the lizards to do some tanking and the squirrels to do a lot of damage from afar. And he's going in now. He gets 1 squirrel, he gets 1 farm. And it looks like this is not quite enough damage actually. Looks like the black vegetable or Froggo is able to defend this. Loses his entire attacking squad. And then now Pingu is in trouble again. Ay ay ay. I don't know what to say, guys. This map, don't think it's particularly in favor of either player. This middle mill is sort of available for both. So I would say it's fairly balanced. Both players have access to a campfire, question mark. The Froggo being a little bit better, but it doesn't really matter. It looks like Pingu's trying to catch up in farms while not being vulnerable to an attack. And he's doing a good job of it, but this is going to be good enough though. The Toad's coming in now. Toad's going to be very effective against the lizards, and they are. And now it's 5 against 3 squirrels, 4 squirrels surviving. It's going to be able to target these farms. And Pingu just has no way to defend this. Lost 2 farms again, and now Froggo has a pretty good lead again in economy. I think we all know where this game is going, so I'm going to do a little bit of a fast forward here. Unfortunately, my hyping skills are not on par with the amount of behind being that Pingu is currently displaying. There we go. This is the fight of moles here for some extra damage, and Pingu knows he cannot contest this army, so he's trying to do something, but it's just Froggo's not gonna let him try and do some counterattacks. He's just gonna make that army go back to where it came from. And the army's even stronger now for Froggo. Here we go. He's just gonna try and get that mill. So much damage, and Pingu doesn't even have time to do anything. That's game. Yep, economy lead. I really like the response from Pingu, but he needed to make more happen with it and not queue the farm. Because it delayed like 1 or 2 units, and those 1 or 2 units can really swing the tide. And if you can use that 1 or 2 units, 1 or 2 squirrels to take down the building warrens from the opponent, then you can really capitalize on it and get some farms and equalize the game or even win it. But if you're going to do both economy and invest into warrens and a little bit of units, well, this is what your game is going to look like. And that does mean that Froggo moves on to game or to duel number 3 against Jacoby. Let's dive into game 1. Alright, spawning in the top right position, it is Jacoby playing as Hopper. And spawning in the left bottom corner position of the map, it is Froggo playing as Archimedes. A crazy deck from Froggo, actually. Really crazy. I think this... Wait, no, it's not possible to random 2 structures, is it? So it might be his plan to go for this, actually. I have to see how he's going to use this deck, because I'm not used to seeing Squirrel, Falcon, Chameleon, Wolf, Barbed Wire, and Mines, but... We all know Froggo is a madman, so he can definitely make some magic happen with it. Jacoby, on the other hand, a fairly decent default deck. Neither player is running snakes this game, though, nor skunks. So there's going to be a lot of Falcon Chameleon action for sure. So far, both players have opted to go for a standard opening with 8 farms. Gonna get some tier 1 and or tier 2 up soon, which means I am going to grab my drink. Pingu doesn't have those farms. Wait, Volkov? Yeah, Volkov. It's not being built yet, though. This campfire is very nice for Froggo, though. It's a lot harder for Pingu to get a little bit more of economy because his mill is somewhat far away and it makes his base super open. Well, not too open, but a little bit more open. It's going to be very obvious that he's taking farms too. It's going to be easy for Froggo to scout. Alright. And there it is. Well, some chameleons is what it is for Jacoby. I'm just waiting for that tier 3 to go down from either player because they seem to be doing fairly defensive actions here. Keeping an eye on each other. Scouting is pretty good this game. And here is that mill from Jacoby. Again, this mill for Froggo is pretty good. Pretty easy to take. It doesn't really open him up more, and it's on the high ground as well. Definitely favorite over this mill from Jacoby. Double farm for Jacoby now. I think that's fair. There we go. Some more farms for Froggo as well. No tier 3s yet. Building up some more army. However, Jacoby has gone for double chameleons while the Froggo actually opted to go for some falcons instead. I don't think they're going to fight soon, so we won't know how this plays out. But I think it favors Jacoby's army at the moment. Well, he's going for toads though. I think with more squirrels. I don't think you need more toads when you go for all of the chameleons, but I mean, I have full information here and the Jacoby obviously doesn't. And here's that Volkov, the wolf, going up for Froggo. And also full farms on the expansion. Crazy greed from both players actually, but a little bit greedier from Froggo. I think Jacoby needs to scout this at this point. And it looks like maybe he wants to get something for himself. Cancel that. Tier 2, no. Just wait for the tier 3. Yes, no, maybe. Not sure. Okay. He does get the owl. Oh no, I think with the wolf and the safe expansion, Froggo might be able to generate so much money that he can just build a ton of falcons and this owl will not do anything for Jacoby. But here's the third base from Jacoby. However, as it's building, Froggo's already scouted it. So he has pretty good information. A tons of tier 2 going down for Froggo. And even more here with the falcons. Wolf is a quarter built, 1/3. Double owl now for Jacoby. Yeah, Jacoby just needs to survive and get value from those owls, but it's gonna be tough because the power spike from the economy that the wolf will bring you, and then the attack power with all of the upgrade or the buff tier 2 is gonna be very, very strong. And already moving forward, trying to keep Jacoby busy. He wants to know how many farms have been placed, and he gets to see everything. Alright. The wolf is now ready. The wolf has been positioned on the farms. Yes, there he goes. Good job doing that by Froggo, and here it is. Falcons, more chameleons going down. He's just getting so much food right now. It's almost as if he has a third base up. For free. Pretty good. And I'm not sure actually if Jacoby has seen this. I don't think he has. So he's playing in the dark pretty much. Just trusting that his owls will save him. But, oof, this is gonna be tough. Look at how much tier 2 is coming out now. This is crazy. 12 chameleons and 10 falcons. Yeah, really strong. Here we go. Ooh, walking around actually. I'm not sure if I like that too much. Wolf is right there in the middle of things. The owls are still alive. Oh, one owl goes down. No, Jacoby, you have to be careful with the owls. If you had time, actually, I think Jacoby would have been able to do this, but now the owls have gone down, and the wolf is still alive. Falcons are shooting at the tier 2 warrens, and now are on top of the farms of Jacoby. This is looking very dire. All of the army's pretty low though from Froggo, but with the expansion going down, there's no more income from Jacoby. That's painful to watch. I think he definitely stood a chance with those owls, but at this point, there's probably no coming back from this. The army is larger for Froggo, and Jacoby is starving at the moment. Yup, I just recruited 3 Civ players. What a day. Doubled my team in 5 minutes. So we are talking about Pocket Watch, right? Can you help me understand Pocket Watch a little bit more, Yup? Because I never understood what you can do as a player. Another fight going down. Last stand from Jacoby, but so many buff Falcons in the sky, taking care of everything that Jacoby has. Expansion going down again. Pretty much nothing left for him now. There it is. GG. Let's see. Alright, that was duel number 3. Froggo acing the first 3 matches, and we are moving on to Lesnek. Duel number 4. Game number 1. Spawning in the bottom right corner of the map, it is Froggo, aka Black Vegetable, playing as Archimedes. Spawning in the top left corner of the map, it is Lesnek, playing as Hopper. I'm not sure if Lesnek has other aliases that he's more using more often that people know him for, but I think it's just Lesnek, right? It's just Lesnek. I've entered the community fairly late. I mean, I've played Tooth and Till somewhere not too long after release, which is already late considering some people played in the beta or alpha even. But I was never active in any of the communities, so I didn't really know many of the players. So I still have some history to catch up on. Haven't seen Lesnek play recently, so I'm guessing he must be from an old age. Coming back to have some fun here with the 21 Duels tournament. Both players have gone up to 8 farms. It looks like a double tier 1 warren opening from them right now. Nope, actually the campfire after the first warren from Froggo. Pretty greedy here. Maybe Lesnek can do something about it, but I think with the map distance and this little bit of water, not too much road in between. The rally distance is too far to really capitalize on this. Froggo should be able to defend this. And on the other hand though, if Lesnek scouts it, he has a pretty easy campfire to take for himself. And is he going to try and do that? Looks like it. Yes, no, maybe. Yes, yes, there it is. Campfire for both players, evening up the economy after a little bit. Let's see what both players have seen. Froggo has scouted the entire map pretty much, as well as Lesnek. They haven't missed any important resources on the map. And Froggo is taking this very easy expand here on the side for him. Not taking the forward expand because it can be sieged from this high ground. It's a little bit more dangerous to take that, which is good because that would pretty much decide the game there. And then a fight breaks out. Tier 2 is Skunks versus Chameleons from Lesnek, and I think the Chameleons are going to win this battle every time. And it does look like that's the case. It just needs to save the Chameleon, getting a lot of value, killing a lot of those squirrels. Wants to chase down some of these pigeons, but I'm not sure about this final attack. takes down a skunk though. I guess that's worth it in that case. But can't do much more at this moment. Pretty dicey here from the snack, but I like it. Keep the pressure on. 2 farms have gone down for Froggo though just now. And Lesnack is not giving him any time to use that. Toad connections on the Warrens. Chameleon's doing a lot of tanking, but the Scroll's not quite targeting the units. Instead, they're targeting buildings, and that's not good enough. Lesnack not able to push into that. And Froggo with a lead right now. However, as a preparation, it looks like the snack has already started taking this mill. Let's see. Ooh, not old age. Oh, the snack is one of the more newish players. All right, I just haven't played him in that case. And all right, so Jup is saying Pocket World is a faction game where you need to win ranked games against other factions to capture their land. And the final goal is to capture all of the land and rule Vaishal. Alright, sounds good. So, you ally one of the factions, and then when you win a game against another player, your faction wins against the other faction. But do you get to decide what piece of land you're trying to invade? And does owning certain pieces of land give you something, like a resource? Going back to the game, a lot of build-up going on actually, but not too much aggression at the moment. Both players just want to saturate their naturals. But as I say that, it looks like Froggo is moving out to try and get some work done with these skunks and toads and lizards. Microing the lizards as much as he can. Decent connections. The skunks have actually already gone down. And now the chameleon can reign supreme actually, but surprisingly the fight has actually been in favor of Froggo with the lizard wraparound. Toad connections weren't quite good enough for Lesnack, and now he's on to the Warrens. Right on top of the Warrens. Gonna take down 120 food Warren right there. Nope, Lesnack's selling it. Very respectable play. Just in time to sell it, but is it gonna matter? He has barely any units building, and the units from Froggo are just streaming in at this point, while being on a superior economy. Yep, the Lesnack calls it, and that's the game. About Pocket World, it's great. Alright, you can choose what tile you attack if it is connected, but the tiles don't give you any resource or something. So tiles are just a visual indicator of how well your faction is doing, but having more tiles doesn't give you more power or something. Okay. Alright, that was game number 4. Froggo versus the snack. Froggo taking the victory, which means we are moving on to Pedro Owl, or Pedro for short. Duel number 5, game number 1. Here we go. So how do you choose a tile to attack? Do you choose it as a faction? Do you have to vote for it? Or can you, as a player, select the tile that you want to attack when you win a ranked game? Yeah, the having more land means producing more ore, which will make your scrolls happier. So that's always good. Unfortunately, it doesn't directly translate into an actual bonus in game. But I think maybe Master Stealth can fix that. We're still working on it. Alright. Safe openings for both players, keeping an eye on each other. Especially Pedro here, keeping an eye on Froggo. These aliases, though, I'm going crazy. Every time I look at the top left and I see black vegetable, I want to just call out zwarte groente. But it's just Froggo. Froggo the frog. Alright, so for Pocket World, you can set a rally point on the land and the tile that's connected will get focused. So you do that as a player or as a faction. What's this? More scouting from Pedro. Cancel double tier 1. That's dangerous against certain players, but I think it works in this case. Looking at the map though, both players have somewhat decent expansions, favoring Froggo's expansion a little bit more, also because it kind of connects to this. It's an interesting map for sure. I can't immediately say like, oh, this is definitely in favor of this person or that person, so that's good. Although Froggo has a fairly simple or easy to take campfire. Going forward with the snakes here, but the squirrel count is superior. He's using the snake to tank here. Very nice. And definitely wins that trade. And backs off. Very patient play here from Froggo actually. Usually you would say that snakes are bad against tier 1, right? And they, in large numbers, they are. But the way that Froggo used his snake was to just tank, and it he did tag all of these squirrels, but his own squirrels dealt a lot of damage to the enemy squirrels while the snake was tanking, trying to get some more poking done. He just barely cannot get the vision there, unfortunately. He doesn't want to move in any further than he did. He's trying to get these warrens in front to tank for his army though. Ooh, but Pedro gives up this little bit of high ground. But I think we have to be careful here because the skunk gas can be devastating. Some tags going down. Pull back. Skunk actually goes down. Fairly equal trades, but Froggo winning again. Just by a small margin. Tries to keep everything alive. He has those pigeons to heal. Now the snake's down. Trading pretty much equally at this point. Pedro out hurting for food. Not able to directly... Or his skunk didn't start building immediately. He has to cancel a little bit of his warren to do that. Froggo has taken a mill, so he can go back and invest into economy, but if Pedro knows this is going on, he's probably going to go for the attack, right? He went in for the scout. Did he actually see it? No. Wait, did he miss? He missed the mill entirely. He's trying to get in range, but the snakes just denied his scout together with the falcons. He doesn't actually see that Froggo's investing into farms at this point. He kind of has intuitively he knows, because he's taking this farm for himself. He knows he needs some economy, or at least the option of going into economy. More skunks. No falcons. I have to say, Froggo's army is pretty well rounded at this point. He has squirrels, toads, falcons, or gonna have falcons soon, pigeons, and snakes. The toads will help deal with this lack of AoE from skunks. And I have to say, I think it will be a lot easier for Froggo to fight with this army than it is for Pedro, because he needs to pull back against those toads and try and harass with the skunks before the fight starts. But there are falcons in the air. Alright. Oh, look at these toads! Boom! There go all the toads. Skunk gas is good, but with the healing, it's just not good enough. Froggo takes that fight very convincingly and thus the game after a surrender from Pedro. Yeah, it's just the army for the composition was so much better, and also there was a slight economy lead. Well, I say slight, but it was pretty intense actually at this point. But yeah, pretty good game nonetheless. Yeah. Yup winked and the army was gone. Yeah, the toad connection is really nice micro from Froggo, gotta admit that. He pulled the frogs to the back the army started shooting, and then he just walked the toads right on top of the squirrels, let go, and everything just exploded. Alright, so that's 5 games in a row won by Froggo. And we're going to move on to duel number 6, the Froggo versus the Child game number 1. Alright, the Child. This is your time to shine. Let's see if we can do this. Standard opening so far, spawning in the top right position of the map. It is the Child playing as the quartermaster. And spawning in the bottom left position of the map, it is Froggo, aka Black Vegetable, playing as Bellified. Ooh, look at the army compositions though. We don't have to look at the openings because both players are getting a fairly standard 8-farm opening going. But Black Vegetable, or Froggo, is running tier 1s, and then Skunks and Snake. No moles. And the Child is running a more balanced army, or a more late game oriented army, but I don't think Froggo is gonna give him time to get there. And in case the Child does get a badger out, there's still snakes for Froggo to deal with it. I think it's gonna be tough for the Child to deal with this army from Froggo with just squirrels, pigeons, falcons, and skunks. Does have turrets if he can find a defensive position, but his base is so open though. But looking at just the deck compositions and the way this map is, I have to give the advantage to Froggo at this point. But we'll have to see. A campfire going down for both players. And actually, I think with pigeons and snakes, Froggo can snipe this one. Pigeon snakes? Pretty easy snipe. There's not much the Child can do to defend it. Probably needs to take this campfire right here. Okay. Alright, mill going down for Froggo. Some more tier 2 going down for the Child. Skunks and falcons. And a bunch of squirrels. He wants to scout the mill. He needs to know where Froggo is investing his food. Doesn't see tier 3, but doesn't quite scout the mill. Not sure what Froggo has seen from the Child, but he's feeling super confident about this. Getting a farm up as well. Oh, a forward mill actually from the Child. But is it forward enough? And is he going to be able to defend it against snakes? He needs to take only good fights, because if on a low army count those snakes survive, that's going to be very tough to deal with. Oh, high ground advantage here. Some skunk gas going down, which is pretty good, but the toads take down most of the army immediately. And there's just so much from Froggo here. Snake tanking, and with the pigeons in the back healing. Good tags going down. Finally, the trades start to even out actually, but the snake just barely survives there because of those pigeons. But the falcon didn't because of the snake tags. Oh, he really wants to get these turrets up on the high ground, so it's harder for the snakes to harass. And make sure those skunks are in front, and also get some pigeons up. But the Child's just hurting for food at this point. It looks like Froggo might have forgotten about this campfire over here, because he could very easily take it out with the pigeons and snakes. But there's also other things to do. For example, seeing exactly what your opponent is doing. I mean, a few farms here. You just place a few farms, not too many, like 8. Now the Child actually hasn't a little window to make use of the extreme greed here from Froggo, but if he doesn't, he's gonna be in a world of trouble. And he's going in for the scout. He sees that entire mill saturated with farms. He's gonna feel bad. Even though it only just finished, it still hasn't paid off. But when you scout that, you're just like, oh my god, I am losing this game. That's what it feels like. He's gonna get some farms for himself. Very late though, as a response. He needs to make sure his defense is very good. His units are a little bit out of position, or his commander is out of position to really deal with these units. And look at his army. There's all the different kinds of units. Super hard to deal with. Skunk gas is good, but not good enough. And there's just so much tier 2 alive from Froggo. He's gonna push in, take down the last bit of army, take down that turret as well. Traits are good though at the very last moment for the child. But with the economy to back this army up, and the rallies coming in from Froggo, but not for the child, I'm gonna say this is pretty much game here. There's 5 warrens for the child and a huge army here, right on top of the farms that just barely finished. The units are spread though. There's a little bit of a chance for the child to deal with this, but look at how many units, and the pigeons doing all the healing. Barely anything goes down. Takes down the mill. And this is just looking brutal. Child microing his heart out, but it's not quite enough to deal with this army from Froggo. Rough match. It's really tough to deal with snakes, I think. Sometimes. And toads are super useful too. Magical mole base race, where? I'm not sure. Maybe next game. Alright, we are moving on to the last duel of tonight. After this game, I'm gonna slowly turn off the stream. Maybe we can raid someone. For now though, the Child versus Froggo, duel number 7, game number 1. Let's go. Spawning in the bottom right position of the map, it is Froggo playing as Bellified this time. And spawning in the left position of this map, it is the Child playing as Archimedes. And the Child actually has a campfire here and here on this map, but Froggo does not. He does have a mill though in the back, and the Child has to go forward for a mill, which can be tough. And both bases are pretty close together actually, considering the road in between as well, and the territory extending up until here. They could be building burrows almost within sight range of each other. However, both players are going for an 8 farm opening at the moment. Nope. Alright. Froggo with the scout. Double tier 1. You're not gonna go for tier 2 on a map where the bases are this close. The Child, you can do this. Just kill him with squirrels. Squirrels. Ooh, get that third warren down just like right there, and just kill 2 of his farms and pull back. Oh, you can do this. Caster bias. I do have to say though that Froggo has some tools to deal with any sort of early shenanigans. Oh, he's gonna take that. Oh my god, the greed. I've never seen anyone this greedy. Holy crap. Is that like a bait? That's a bait. He has the chameleon out already, and it's right here to start pounding these squirrels right in the face, tanking all of the damage. Does manage to save 2 or 3 of the squirrels though, but Actually, that campfire is gonna finish, looks like. And Froggo going forward, and now the child is hurting for time to get these falcons up, actually. Scout coming in from Froggo. Oh, he does have turrets to deal with an early push. Building 2. I would have liked to see that second turret be a Warren instead. But yeah, Froggo with the forward campfire. And a forward, holy crap, there's a freaking Warren of 120 foot as well. I mean, if the child wins one fight here, he can just destroy so much stuff from Froggo. Froggo's gonna come here. Good concave for the child. Doesn't matter though. Chameleon's tanking. A lot of squirrels going down. Maybe too many? Question mark. Oh, but Froggo is trying to get some falcons up for himself. Double falcons from the child though. And this one turret is here to defend at this time. The child just has a little bit of too much stuff building. Chameleon goes down super fast. Trades are fairly equal. Falcon in the sky. Falcon goes down from the child, goes down from from Froggo and from the child. But now there's a Chameleon out on the field, and it's right on top of these Warrens. And it's tanking so much here. It's really, really crazy. Dealing with Chameleons is hard without toads and without your own Chameleons. And without snakes. I think those are the units that you would like to have, ideally. Don't move in front of those barrows, but you do! Oh lord! That's gonna be a really tough fight here for the child, actually. Losing a lot of squirrels. And the falcons as well. Losing a Warren. Fortunately, both players are in the equal economy, so the game hasn't been won just yet. And it's still like, if the child gets really good fight, he can still get right on top of the barrows and the falcon Warren from Froggo, as well as the campfire. But so far, that's not happened. No turret anymore from the child either. He's going in for this, gets some damage done. Back and forth. Pretty good damage on the squirrels, but here's the Chameleon, the tank, and the Chameleon just does so much work. Froggo pulling it back, letting it heal at 8 or 9 HP, getting a lot of value from that Chameleon. It's pretty much like a free Chameleon at this point by saving that. And now he has so much tier 2 and tier 1, just going in for the throat. Warren goes down. All of the units being focus fired. Chameleon is pulled back. Really good micro from Froggo, and there's just no way for the child to deal with this. The child needs Warren tanking and the MG in the position. Do you mean like an MG in between two Warrens? Yeah. Tough matchup with those Chameleons without snakes, your own Chameleons or toads, that's for sure. Froggo taking the victory there as well, which means he won 7 games in a row, which is really, 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 really impressive to do. Mischi was not able to pull it off, but Froggo does. And that does mean he is going to advance to Arc 2. As well as Mischi, but Mischi lost 1 life against, if I'm not mistaken, Pedro Al. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, the gentleman's commenting on cams are very weak against Warrens. Yeah, that's for sure. Cams waste their DPS on them, targeted by MGs no matter what. Yep. That is one thing the child potentially could have done to increase his chances of winning there. But we do have all the information. Gotta remember that. Anyway, let's see who is playing some Tooth and Tail and streaming it at the moment. Tooth and Tail games. Just me. Miss Clicker is playing Spider-Man though. I think we're gonna raid Miss Clicker. Before we go though, this Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, the gentleman, this Saturday we're gonna be casting a little bit of an event between the gang of 5 from the 21 Duels challenge, who are going to determine the new team captain, if I'm not mistaken, for the next season of 21 Duels. And that's going to be Saturday, 8 p.m. Central Eastern Time. I think it was 2 p.m. US time. Not sure. Don't thingy me on the details, but something you should be able to find in 21 Duels Discord, or just ask the pickpocket, aka the gentleman, about this. He knows for sure exactly what's going on. And also next week, Tuesday, we're going to do a rebroadcast just like this one for the second episode of 21 Duels. Yep, second episode. Going to be rebroadcast by me and Jet if he's going to be there. So that's going to be good as well. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's stream, and I hope to catch you next time. For now, we're going to do a little bit of raiding business. Raid, Misk, Liquor, and yeah, it's been fun. It was really nice to have Jet on stream as well. And see you again next time. Prozix signing off.